There's a lot of change around us, Ram.
Yeah.
And what's happening is that as coaches, we can either be behind the change, along the change, or ahead of the change. Help me understand how we as coaches could be ahead of the change, Ram.
Yeah, I mean, Venkat, you asked about coping with change or leading change rather than lagging behind and trying to catch up with change. The problem is that coaching as a kind of a management intervention, and that's really what I would like to focus on. Okay, there are lots of we talk about life coaching and so on, which are very, very similar to counseling. So I would leave it aside. The point is, it's about 25, 30 years old. Whether it started as mentoring in Europe as EMCC or coaching with Thomas Leonard and ICF in US and so on and so forth. And those competencies are still pretty much the same. There are some minor tinkering and this is what you need to do, etc. While the whole structure of management, the hierarchy, the fields of management have significantly changed. I wouldn't say that in 30 years they've changed so much, but let's say if you take about 50 years, it's all moved from the hierarchical mining and manufacturing kind of focus to much more of knowledge. And now it's much more ahead of artificial intelligence and cyber and all that kind of a stuff. And I don't think coaching has caught up anywhere near that. First of all, I think most coaches do not, they still take pride in saying, oh, this is what we should do. And in fact, at one time, coaches used to say, oh, we are not supposed to do the heavy lifting. And whether the outcome happens or not, it's not up to us. It's the client's job. We are only creating the awareness of the client, which I think is total poppycock. Because why would anybody pay good money, especially a company which is hard-boiled, and hire you if they don't see the benefits? And more companies are not looking just for coaches who are looking at their own navel and the client's navel in contemplation and being a mirror and all that stuff. But they are really looking for people who could also mentor with the experience and so on. But at the same time, not solution providers, but still awareness creators. Can that be combined? I think coaching needs to change a lot. The institutions who are seemingly today the godfathers and godmothers of these coaching spaces, I think they have lived long enough. Now they need to be dismantled, disrupted, and new systems need to be evolved, which are far more systemic and integrated. And I see coaching, if you want to go by what you asked, if you were to lead the change, as it were, and make the change, coaching is, as we view it in Cocharia, is an integration of not just the coaching per se, but coaching with multiple things. It could be mentoring, it could be counseling, it could be consulting, perhaps. People who think that consulting is not coaching should read Edgar Schein, Humble Consulting, and they will know more about it. Even therapy, for example, all these kind of things can be integrated. So very simply, maybe I've exceeded the time that you set for me, but the point is, I would like to really go into what are the things that we can do to disrupt the way that coaching is today in this format.
Very nice. I mean, this is extremely useful, Ram. I have only one more question for you. Why should coaches worry about their future,
Ram? You know, it's begging the question. Coaching is supposed to be about the future, okay? It's not about the past. It's not like therapy. And if coaches do not look at their own future and the business of coaching in the future, I think they have no future. That's all I would say. So everything in coaching is about an intent that you have now, the present reality which doesn't serve you, to moving into a space which empowers you and serves you in the future. So that is what we are looking at. So one, as coach and a client, we are looking at that. And the second is, as a profession, we need to look at that as well. And now we are just following the lead of some, I don't know what, people who have been cast in dinosaurian molds and being led by the nose. I think that that's not applicable, period. So To me, the simple answer is if a coach doesn't look at the future, then the coach is not a coach.
Beautiful. Beautiful.